What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another break on this Friday evening. Right now, we've got 2024 Topps Allen and Ginter Baseball 12-box full case number 5. I'm going to go ahead and get this shared over to the group, get everybody tagged, and we'll go ahead and get this started. Adam Colette, having a hard time tagging. If you go by something else on Facebook, let me know. I will go ahead and get that tag added. All right, got those tags in there. Looks like we got a decent amount already in here, so we'll go ahead and hop over to the browser and get these teams randomed off for everybody. Got 31 entries here with the names. Andrew Corsini on top, Andrew Jones on the bottom. Gonna roll the dice. Anything 4 or less, we will roll again. Got a 9, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Michael Coffey on top. Brian Lalonde on the bottom. Get that reflected on that screen there for you. Then we'll hop on over to the teams, or spots, I should say, since there's also the non-MLB spot. 31 entries, same as the name. Going to roll the dice. Anything 4 or less, we will roll again. Got a 10, so we're good there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Colorado Rockies on top. Chicago Cubs on the bottom. What the heck? There we go. Give me just a second here. Just fixing the spacing so that everybody's team names and everything line up. All right, there we go. Everybody's team name should line up there with the numbers as well. Hop into the main. Go ahead and start that trade timer. Heck yeah, Chris. Congrats on that. No, that's always the most coveted spot. Just about 4.5 minutes left on that trade timer. Just posted both the verification codes into the chat. Got an offer up in the chat. While y'all are looking at those trades, I'm going to go ahead and get our 12 hobby boxes out of this case. just about 3.5 minutes left on that trade timer. Empty box there. Yes, sir, Andy Skeens is in this. I don't know why I sat down to do this. Heck yeah, glad to see you're stoked, Chris. I always love these Allen and Ginters because there seems to be a lot of fun conversations in the chat. A little bit more active than some of the other breaks. But I guess time will tell for tonight. There we go. 3 minutes left on that trade timer. Plenty of time still, but nearing the halfway point. I really want to pull a Quavo auto. That would be my excitement. Huge hip-hop fan. I believe Travis Scott has redemptions in this as well. Not my jam necessarily, but that's still really cool. All right, we're now under the 2.5 minute mark. So we're past our halfway point on that trade timer, but still plenty of time. All right, just about a minute and a half left on that trade timer. Getting near the end here before we hop on in. Last 60 seconds here on the trade timer. Last 30 seconds here on this trade timer. Get those last minute trades in there. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. All right. Seeing no trades, gonna go ahead and get this kicked off. Good luck, everybody. Those will be your teams. Let's have some fun. If anybody has any fun baseball stories, topics of conversation, anything like that, please share them in the chat. That's what makes this Allen and Ginter one, since it's a longer one, a lot of fun. Congrats on that, Andy. That's really cool. I know those are really hard to come by. And here we go. Dang. That's awesome. Got our first box loader here. Probably hear me call these a million things. Don't know why I can never just remember the simple box loader. But there we go. It's going to be a Shohei Ohtani. Going over to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Future Hall of Famer, World Series champion. Nice way to kick us off with that first box topper. Empty box there. And here we go. Good luck once again, everybody. Got our first patch here. It's going to be a Luis Arez going over to the Miami Marlins. Nice bright red patch there. Should also clarify while we're in the beginning stages, and I'll say it again when we come upon it, but usually, there we go, once again going over to the Marlins. Nice way to start us off. Usually, in these cases, there will be one box that's all silver or chrome finish on all of the cards. They're the same card stock, but they're chrome finish. When we get to that box, I'm going to treat it like a normal box, and then I'll take care of it and sleeve everything after. I just don't want y'all to have to sit here for an extra hour watching me sleeve a whole hobby, so I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there before we get there, but I'll mention it again. Hot box, exactly. Got a black Willie Stargell on the mini, going over to the Pirates. Hot box skins would be awesome. It's weird that the hot box hits are not chrome finished most of the time. They're just normal. Same hits. I mean, I guess it would be harder to produce maybe. Got an Andrew McCutchen on the chrome mini here. Got a black Shin Lim on the mini, going over to the non-MLB spot. I believe he is a Vegas magician. Seen his advertisements before, walking around that city. All right, let me get this first stack of base moved out of the way. We'll hop into the next stack. Looks like we got a hit coming up here. It's going to be a Cal Ripken Jr. auto. Nice one there. Coming over to the Baltimore Orioles. On the mini. That one's going over to Miss Lynn. There you go, Miss Lynn. Got yourself a Cal Ripken Jr. auto coming your way. Nice legend auto there. One of the all-time greats. 2 more packs out of this stack here. Really love these X-ray inserts. I think they'd be cool to do some sort of art piece with. Get that second stack moved over into the last stack of this first box. Got an Alec Boehm memorabilia here. Looks like a bat relic. That one's going over to the Philadelphia Phillies. Once again, going over to the Phillies there with that bat relic. Got a black mini of Mike Towers going over to the non-MLB spot. Looks like he is a singer-songwriter / rapper. There's a Katie Ledecky. Hopefully we can get a Katie Ledecky auto in one of these. That would be a really cool one to see. Got a gold Zach Geloff here going over to the A's. Show that mini real quick since it wants to jump out at us. This is going to be 46 out of 50 on the chrome. Nice rookie there for the Athletics. Nothing yet, Chris, but we're just on our first box, so plenty of time. All right, get that moved over. Hop into box number 2. Here we go. Ooh, looks like we got 2 box loaders in this one. I haven't seen that happen yet. First one's going to be a Jason Dominguez coming over to the New York Yankees. Nice rookie box loader there. Hopefully the Yankees can make it all the way one of these years. We got our second box loader here. This one's going to be a Pete Alonso coming over to the New York Mets. Another nice one there. I'd be curious to see if that means one of these does not have a box topper, because there was 2 in that one, but we shall see. Empty box there. Got a Jose Altuve patch here coming over to the Houston Astros. Once again, going over to the Astros there. Got another black mini coming over to the non-MLB spot here. Got a chrome mini here of Dansby Swanson that wanted to hop on out. That one's going over to the Chicago Cubs. All right, let me get this stack of base moved out of the way. We'll hop into the next stack. Go ahead and grab a sip of my water real quick. Got a Ronald Acuna Jr. bat relic here, going over to the Atlanta Braves. Once again, going over to the Braves there. Congrats on that relic. Got another black mini coming over to the non-MLB spot. That one's going to be of Joe List. Looks like a comedian there. All right, let me get this base moved out of the way. We'll hop into the next stack. Got a Ron Santo bat relic here coming over to the Chicago Cubs. Nice Cubbies legend there. Coming over to Brian. All right, 2 packs left in this box. Got a Don Mattingly mini coming over to the New York Yankees on the black. All right, let me get this base moved over. We'll hop into box number 3. Got a Lou Bob Jr. box topper coming over to the Chicago White Sox. Empty box there. Here we go. Got a Will Smith relic coming over to the Dodgers. World Series champions. Would say that player might be banned from the Oscars, but I feel like that's a dated joke now. Even though it's crazy at the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures, they still have a mini plaque all about Will Smith and that infamous Oscars moment. Got another black mini coming to the non-MLB. This one's going to be a Miki Sudo, hot dog eating champion. Got a chrome Ellie De La Cruz here, coming over to the Reds. Make sure that's not blurry there. All right, let me get this base moved over. Hop into the next set. Got a Mike Trout auto here. Coming over to the Angels. That one's going to be 43 out of 50. Go ahead and get that one magged up. That one's coming over to Adam Page. There you go, Adam. Got a beautiful Mike Trout auto out of 50 coming your way. Congrats on that. I feel like I've got a little bit of Mike Trout good luck in my life. That's the third Trout auto I've pulled in the about 2 months I've been breaking. So, absolutely awesome one there. Love these mini autos. Congrats again on that, Adam. Hopefully a sign of things yet to come for everybody. Allen and Ginter so far. Y'all correct me if you have a different opinion. I would love to hear it. I feel like Allen and Ginter's been fire this year. I've pulled some absolute monsters out of this. Got a booklet. There was a dual auto out of 10. Pulled Nolan Ryan, hand-numbered auto out of 10. Got an out of 10 auto in one of the rip cards. I just feel like Allen and Ginter's been on point this year. Not that it's not in other years, but I've seen more big stuff come out of it this year than I feel like I have in the past. I always like to ask, if y'all could have one person have an auto in Allen and Ginter that's non-baseball, who would it be? Alive or dead, since it's a fun fantasy question anyway. Got a mini black of Metro Boomin coming over to the non-MLB spot. I think it would be really cool to have Stephen King autos in Allen and Ginter, especially since it always comes out around Halloween time. And since his auto is so desirable and hard to get anyway, it'd be a cool, like, mega chase or something like that. I know one of my dream cards, and this is straying from that question, but one of my dream cards is actually an Allen and Ginter. It's the Anthony Bourdain auto. I know those go for a hefty penny, but Anthony Bourdain's one of my personal heroes. So I would love to own one of those one day. Heck yeah, who would you want to see, Andy? Is there anyone in particular, or a set or something? Someone in one of my other breaks mentioned they would love to see like a classic Universal Monsters insert set, since it also comes out around Halloween, which I think would be awesome to see as well. I think that's the beauty with Allen and Ginter. The world is your oyster, whereas with other products, you're kind of constrained a little bit more. All right, let me get this moved over. On to the last stack of this box. Might be hard to keep Mike Trout in that specific spot, but we will do our best. Got a Max Scherzer relic here. That one going over to the Texas Rangers. Ooh, that would be cool. I'm a huge WWE fan. Kind of sad we didn't get that shipment in yet. It's one of my favorite. I actually own a... Yeah, I definitely agree. I lucked out one time. There's this website that I get all my WWE memorabilia from, and they do like live auctions every once in a while, kind of like our really cool comic auctions. Highly recommend checking those out. But he put up a Rock auto, and nobody was paying attention. I don't know how, but nobody was paying attention, so I got a Rock auto signed photo of him giving the Rock bottom to, I believe, Rob Van Dam for like $150, which, if y'all don't know, is a steal for the Rock. The Rock normally fetches like 500, 600 plus. So I was psyched. But I would love to see the Rock, because the Rock also does not sign in trading card products very much anymore at all. I know he did the Leaf Wrestling, but those were signed as Dwayne Johnson. I don't think he's done a signing as the Rock. Got a black mini here coming over to the Rangers of Justin Foscue. I was actually super fortunate too. Speaking of The Rock, I went to the SmackDown in Denver where he made his return, and it was really cool, but also kind of funny because there was an emotional moment for a lot of people, and one of the guys behind me just started bawling. He was so excited. Put a huge smile on my face just to see, like, I'm sure his inner child was coming out. He came out, gave the Rock bottom to somebody, and then left with Pat McAfee real quick. But it was really cool to see the Rock. I'm interested to see, too, with Allen and Ginter, now that Disney, or Topps has acquired the rights to a lot of the Disney trading cards, I'm interested to see if we get a lot more of those actors in these. Like maybe Robert Downey Jr. or people like that. All right, into box number 4. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. We're a third of the way through. Yeah, I agree, Andy. I was like, that's why I clarified that, because I was like, I do not want to sound like I'm making fun of him. It was really cool to see that someone got to experience that. We got our mini box loader here. It's going to be a Jackie Robinson mini coming over to the Dodgers. Nice one there of an absolute legend. Yeah, I just saw, I can't remember the exact set. I'm also a huge Disney fan. I saw on Topps Twitter that they're doing a, I believe it's like Disney Chrome. I could be wrong. But, empty box there. They're doing 2 Walt chases. One that's a superfractor, that's just a 1-of-1 of Walt, and then one that is a Walt Disney signature cut. So, I think that would be another massive one to do in Allen and Ginter. Or any product, really, but I would love to see some more Walt Disney representation in trading cards. Got a Riley Green auto, patch here, not auto. Going over to the Detroit Tigers. Nice rookie patch. Not rookie patch there. My brain's all over the place for a second. Riley Green patch coming over to the Detroit Tigers. Nice one there. That one's going over to Miss Lynn. There you go, Miss Lynn. Oh, heck yeah, Andy. I'm not necessarily what you would call a Disney adult, but actually, when I was a kid, my mom was, she worked for Walt Disney Imagineering. So I grew up around it, and have always had, like, a deep love for the history of it. Got a Tim Raines black mini here. I'm a huge auto collector, as many of you probably can tell. So that the Walt Disney is what I call my stopping point. If I ever obtain Walt Disney's auto, I promise myself I'd stop collecting. I don't think either of those things will ever happen, but we shall see. Maybe one day. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it. I lived in Monrovia, California for a good part of my childhood, so a little bit further, but still close enough to the parks. Got a Lindor insert. Going to sleeve that. Those are a little bit harder to come by. Then we've got a Henry Davis here on the Chrome Mini coming over to the Pirates. I think it's definitely niche. I'm going to go ahead and get some of this dust out of there. But I think it would be cool now that Topps has the rights to maybe make like a Disneyland, Disney, not necessarily just Disneyland, but like a theme park, Disney theme park trading cards. They could maybe just be sold exclusively in the parks. I feel like that would fetch a big market and bring people into the trading card world who maybe aren't into it. Yeah, the in motion and the cycle. The cycle succession ones, those are the ones that are hard to come by. So far on average, I've seen about 2 to 3 in motions per case. Got a Scooble on the Black Mini, coming over to the Detroit Tigers. Yeah, that would be cool. And then just have like different blueprints for attractions, different things like that. I think it would be a unique set. Move that over, hop into the next stack. And I feel like you could do a lot of relics like that for relatively affordable. You could have cool shots from like the archives. Got a Cal Riley patch here. Nice green going over to the Seattle Mariners. Get my buy-in. Send them a message on Twitter. I'm sure they'll read it. I'd have to look into it, though, because I wonder if the theme park, like, imaging rights are different than the... I mean, I'm sure they would be. I'm sure Topps could get them, but I bet they're slightly different than the character rights that Topps currently holds. I'm sure somebody would read it. It probably just would never be anybody that would be some intern flipping through the messages. I'm definitely interested to see what they do with Disney on like a larger scale. I feel like a lot of the Disney product and trading cards so far, excluding like the games like Lurkana and stuff, has not been as exciting. But I guess it just depends on what people are looking for. Because I'm more into like the Star Wars, the Topps Star Wars approach they've been doing, where like you can get autos from the actors rather than like facsimile autos from characters. I think that would be cool. All right, let me get this stack moved over. Hop into the next one. Yeah, I completely agree. Got a David Ortiz Big Poppy patch here, coming over to the Boston Red Sox. I think Topps will do a good job with it. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's just such an untapped market. There we go. Going over to the Red Sox. Nice Big Poppy patch there once again. But it's ironic to say that given that Disney is everywhere with everything. What would be really, really cool, and I know this is a pipe dream too, but since we're on the conversation, now that they have Disney rights, it'd be cool to get some Simpsons trading cards again, like the old 90s ones. Got Dude Dad here coming over to the non-MLB spot on the Black Mini. Or just like a Fox animation card set would be cool. Like, doesn't just have to stick to The Simpsons. Get Family Guy in there, Bob's Burgers, lots of possibilities, but I think that would be another one that would possibly be more popular. Be cool to get autos of all the baseball players that cameoed in the baseball episode of The Simpsons, like Ken Griffey Jr. That's an auto that I know is never super common in products, but I would love to pull a Ken Griffey Jr. auto one day in one of these breaks. don't know. I don't know how y'all feel, but I feel like the non-sports card market just needs like a kick in the pants somehow. Like there still are companies like Skybox and stuff that make non-sport cards for popular movies, but I feel like there's such untapped potential in some of these. All right, let me get this moved over. We'll hop into box number 5. Like Breaking Bad, they had trading cards back in the day, and those go for insane amounts now. Can you imagine? Like, you could even do vintage shows like The West Wing or Sopranos, something like that, but yeah, 100%. I'm going to go ahead and move this Mike Trout back a little bit now. We'll just set this one on top there, just to give us a little bit more space to show these box toppers and such. Yeah, see, I used to be huge in the TCG world, and that's why I kind of hopped out. I was a big Magic the Gathering player. I wanted to get into Disney Lorcana, but I just felt oversaturated a little bit. Got a nice rookie here. Going to be Evan Carter going over the Texas Rangers for our box loader. And you could even do small runs of them. I know Topps has tried that with a couple different, like I think they did one for Clerks 3 that was like a smaller run. Just something. I would just love to see more empty box there. TV and movie trading cards. But I know also in the junk wax era, there was so many of those everywhere. So that might be why they're no longer as prevalent, because every movie had trading cards. Got a relic coming over to the Chicago Cubs here. That one's going to be Jordan Wicks. Nice pinstripe right down the center there. Exactly. Well, and I think like the top Star Wars does a good job of that, because like the packaging looks very junk wax era-esque. Got our first scented card here of fresh cut grass. Yeah. I mean, I think I could see why people make that argument, but if you look at just how much product was out in the 90s, I don't think we're close yet. Because of things like that. Like, we're missing those non-sports and absolutely ridiculous, crazy. Got a Colton Cowser rookie chrome mini going over to the Baltimore Orioles. Trying to think. I opened some recently that came in like vintage wax packs. I can't remember, like for my personal. There we go. Going over to the Orioles. I know there's a company called Fright Rags that does like small releases for horror movies, like B horror, that has that kind of feel. But I would love to see it on a larger scale, in a more accessible, popular. I don't know. I don't watch modern TV as much anymore. I tend to catch shows like 5 years after they were popular. Yeah, exactly. 100%. You're not getting as many cards to the kids, which that's a whole nother conversation about how do we get kids more back into the card market, but all right, let me get this moved over. We'll hop into the next stack. I don't know what big... I know Game of Thrones had trading cards. And House of Dragon had trading cards. So those are big shows that got them. Got an Andy Petite relic here. Going over to the New York Yankees. That one once again going over to the Yankees. Nice one there. Right behind that, we've got an Andy Pages rookie on the mini black. Going over to the Dodgers. It's funny because, like, I'm younger, so I grew up at, like, the very end of that era. But even I remember that. And grab a sip of my water real quick. I remember when you used to get Pokemon cards, like, every other time you went to McDonald's. And now some of those are worth a ton because everybody threw them out. Probably me included. No, I just thought of a show. No longer, like, current, but still super relevant. I think The Office would benefit from getting an official trading card set. I think people would go crazy for that. You could do one for Friends. Like, it doesn't have to be necessarily a new show. That's McDonald's for you. I was always sad because they did like meet and greets of the clown with Ronald McDonald, and I always was there right after or right before. I never did it. And now as an adult, I'm so curious because, you know, it's just like some teenager with makeup on. There's no way it can look like it did in the commercials. And so I'm so curious to see what that would have looked like. Hey, Daniel. I miss the play place as a thought. Like, obviously, as an adult, I would not get in one of those, but I remember the days of being really excited just to go hang out at a McDonald's. Although now in Colorado with the E. coli, I've had to put a hiatus on my McDonald's for a little bit. Do love me some chicken McNuggets, though. Got a relic here, going over to the non-MLB spot. It's going to be a Mike Towers, that rapper, singer, and songwriter. And it looks like it's part of one of his like satin coats that he's wearing on the front, so that's kind of cool. Once again, going over to the non-MLB spot there. Dang, I never thought to sit on a tray. That must have been crazy. I don't know if I would have gotten away with that. I feel like one of my parents would have yelled at me. Got another relic here. Believe once again going over to the non-MLB spot. That one's going to be Todd Radom, a graphic designer. Got a bright yellow relic there. Now we were speaking about the junk wax. The only like junk wax set from before my time that I completed was the Osbournes from the TV show because I'm a huge Ozzy fan. So I knew I had to buy a hobby box of those. And then got all 4 relics. That sounds so fun. They need to make, I know they exist, but they need to make more like adult places that are like larger playgrounds. Because I think there's a lot of people who still have the kid in them that would enjoy that. Got an Alex Sarr basketball player on the mini going over to the non-MLB spot. Like, I've seen ones that they make with, like, fire hose, like, rope for kids and stuff that I think you could do that and make it strong enough for adults. Maybe not recommend adult beverages be available because that seems like that would be dangerous, but I don't know. There's a place here in Colorado that's like a giant inflatable obstacle courses. I think it's called Air City 360. That place is really cool. So it could be something similar to that. Last 2 packs here. Yeah, that's the... It has to be big enough. It'd have to be like an IKEA-sized building. I'm sure it exists somewhere. That can't be... I'm sure everyone and their mother has had that idea. All right, into box number 6, halfway through. If I can ever get this one out of there. Box loader here is going to be Juan Soto. Let that focus for a second. Going over to the New York Yankees. Interested to see if he stays with the Yankees. But a nice one there. Yeah, of course. Thanks for the chat. Have a good night, Andy. Appreciate you hopping on in here. Empty box there. Got an Anthony Rendon relic here coming over to the Angels. You too. Got a black mini Blake Snell here coming over to the Giants. Got a cycle succession. Ted Williams here. Billy Williams, my bad. Going over to the Chicago Cubs. Then we got a Luciano on the Chrome Mini going over to the Giants. Got a Clayton Kershaw on the X-Fractor here going over to the Dodgers. Get this one moved over. Hop into the next stack. Got an auto here. Going to be a Cade Marlowe rookie auto going over to the Seattle Mariners. Once again, going over to the Mariners. Nice one there. Got a Paul Skeens on the mini there. Let's leave that one up. Just a couple more packs in this stack. Got a black Yandy Diaz on the mini, going over to the Tampa Bay Rays. Really love these dog cards. Really funny to see what some of the people name their animals. All right, let me get this stack moved out of the way. We'll hop into the next one. Got a Yordan Alvarez, I believe. Or Francisco Alvarez, going over to the Mets on the relic. Once again, going over to the Mets there. There's our mini there. Three more packs in this box, and we hop into box number 7. Got a black mini of Jared Jones going over to the Pittsburgh Pirates there. All right, get this moved over. We'll hop into box number 7. Got our box loader here. This one's going to be Ronald Acuna Jr. coming over to the Atlanta Braves there. Empty box there. Got a double rip card here of Juan Soto and Aaron Judge. That one's going to be 8 out of 50. Nice one there. That one's going over to Adam Colette. Double rip card there once again. Going over to the Yankees. 8 out of 50. If I do pull a rip card and someone is in the room and wants me to rip it live, like the owner of the card, I should say, just put that in the chat and I'll go ahead and open it. Otherwise, leave them in the top loader for you guys to open when they get to you. But I'm happy to do it either way, whichever y'all prefer. Couple more packs in this first stack. Got a cycle succession JT Real Muto coming over to the Phillies. Right behind that, we got a Mickey Mantle on the Chrome Mini coming over to the Yankees. Yankees having themselves a break in this one. Get these moved over and into the next stack. Got another auto here. This one's going to be a Nathan Eovaldi coming over to the Texas Rangers. That one going over to Andrew Corsini. There you go, Andrew. Got an auto coming your way. Right behind that, we have an Austin Martin on the mini black coming over to the Minnesota Twins. right, get these moved over and into the last stack of this box. Here we go. Got a Nolan Gorman relic here coming over to the St. Louis Cardinals. Couple more packs in this box, and we hop into box number 8. Got a metal Juan Soto here, going over to the New York Yankees. Go ahead and get that magged up. Nice one there. Going over to Adam Colette. There you go, Adam. Got a rare metal mini coming your way. Congrats on that. Put that one right next to Mike Trout. Again, nice one there. Congrats, Adam, on that metal mini. And we got a black Paul Skeens on the mini. Going over to the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, last pack of this box. Get this moved over and into box number 8, 2/3 of the way through. Got our box loader here. Going to be a Mookie Betts coming over to the Dodgers. Nice one there to go with that Shohei from earlier. Empty box there. Got a Chase Utley relic here going over to the Phillies. Nice bat relic there. Got a Reggie Jackson on the mini going over to the Oakland Athletics. One of the all-time greats there. Got our mini here. Going to be a Chrome Nolan Chanel going over to the Angels, since that one wanted to pop out first. Got a Jung Ho Lee in action, coming over to the Giants. All right, let me get this stack moved on over. Got a Larry Walker relic here, coming over to the Colorado Rockies. Was once known as the Crazy Train. That one's going over to Michael. There you go, Michael. Hall of Famer relic coming your way. I was actually at Coors Field the day they retired his number. That was pretty cool. Got a black mini Jim Palmer coming over to the Baltimore Orioles. Three more packs in this stack. Got a Freddie Peralta relic here. That one's going over to the Milwaukee Brewers. Got a Jordan Lawler on the Chrome rookie. Going over to the Diamondbacks. Got a Greg Atenito. Looks like he's a singer. That one's going over to the non-MLB spot. All right, let me get these moved over. We'll hop into box number 9. Good luck once again, everybody. This box loader is going to be Bobby Witt Jr. coming over to the Kansas City Royals. Another great player there. Empty box there. Got a Royce Lewis relic here going over to the Minnesota Twins. Go ahead and crack some more of these top loaders up in real quick. Got a Black Daddy Yankee. Once again, going over to the non-MLB spot. Got a Chrome Mini C.J. Abrams coming over to the Washington Nationals. All right, let me get this moved over, and we will hop into the next stack. Three more boxes left to go after this. Got an Ozzy Albies auto here coming over to the Atlanta Braves. Nice one there. That one's going over to Scott Snyder. There you go, Scott. Got a nice Albies auto coming your way. Congrats on that. Exactly. That's always my philosophy. I've seen it, not to say there's a correlation, but I've seen it work before. Multiple times. Would love to pull an Ellie auto. Got a Charlie Washell here. Looks like he's a film producer on the Black Mini. That one, once again, going over to the non-MLB spot. There we go. Two more packs in this stack. All right, I'll get this stack moved over. We'll hop into the last stack of this box. That's always a nice feeling, though, when you get a team that you're excited about. Hopefully it'll work out for you, Michael. Got a Zach Geloff relic here. Going over to the Athletics. Nice one there. Once again, going over to the Athletics. The Oakland Athletics. Soon to be Las Vegas Athletics. I guess soon enough. Be a couple more years. There's our mini there, since I wanted to hop out first. Got a Skeens on the chrome here, going over to the Pirates. Looks just absolutely thrilled to be on a baseball card. It must be difficult going from like being in college and all that to just exploding in popularity relatively overnight. Got a Mike Piazza here. Going to be a 11 out of 50 going over to the Mets. Nice one there for the Mets. Right behind that, that was our mini. All right, looks like 3 more packs in this box. We hop into box number 10. Getting near and near towards that end. Got a black mini Jack Leiter here coming over to the Texas Rangers. All right, get this one moved over. Hop into box number 10. Got another Bobby Witt Jr. here, going over to the Royals on the box loader. Empty box there. Good luck again, everybody. Okay, so this is going to be our hot box, where all of the cards have the chrome finish. They're the same card stock, but they are chrome finish. So with that, I'll go ahead and treat them like normal, and then I'll go ahead and sleeve them after the fact. Just to save y'all not having to watch me sleeve every single one of these or anything like that. Save y'all some time. Got another mini on the back here. Hopping out at us. Looks like we got something coming up here. It's going to be a Zach Geloff auto coming over to the Athletics. He's really showing up for those A's tonight. That one's going over to Mark and the Athletics. There you go, Mark. Got an auto coming your way. Got a Nolan Chanel black mini here going over to the Angels. All right, let me get this stack moved over. We'll hop into the next stack. Got our relic here. Gonna be a Christian Yelich going over to the Brewers. Once again, that one's going over to the Brewers. Congrats on that. Keep forgetting these are all backwards. Got a Paul Skeens on the chrome stock there. Got a chrome mini Matt Olson here going over to the Atlanta Braves. Get this base moved over. We'll hop into that last stack. Take another sip of water real quick. Here we go. Got a Carlos Beltran coming over to the Kansas City Royals. Got another rip card here. Going to be a 28 out of 199 Mason Wynn. That one's going over to the St. Louis Cardinals. And Andrew Corsini. There you go, Andrew. Got a rip card coming your way. Congrats on that. All right, last pack of this box. That's going to be our mini there, since it wanted to hop on out of there. All right, let me get these moved over. We'll hop into our second to last box here. Good luck again, everybody. The end is nigh. Looks like we got a special one here. This one's going to be a George Washington. Genuine rip card. Nice one there, going over to the non-sport, or the non-MLB section. Looks like inside the card you can find an exclusive mini stained glass parallel and 2 of the following one-of-a-kind sketch, red ink, things of that nature. That one's going over to Chris Madrill. Chris, if you're on here and you want me to rip it live, happy to do that for you. Otherwise, it'll be protected there for you, and you can rip it when it gets to you. Congrats on that really cool George Washington card there. Empty box there. Got a Manny Machado relic here going over to the Padres. A little bit unique camo relic there. Got a Jordan Lawler Chrome Mini there going over to the Diamondbacks. Got a black mini Quavo going over to the non-MLB spot. All right, let me get these moved over. We'll hop into that next stack there. Got an Evan Longoria auto here coming over to the Arizona Diamondbacks. That one's going over to Chris Onzo. There you go, Chris. Got an auto coming your way of Evan Longoria. Got a Shota Imanaga here on the Chrome rookie. Going over to the Cubs. Got a black mini Jackie Robinson there coming over to the Dodgers. There we go. All right, last stack of this box, and then we hop into the last box. Got an Oswaldo Peraza relic here going over to the New York Yankees. Nice one there. Congrats on that. All right, last 2 packs of this box before we hop into our last one. All right, let me get this moved over. We'll hop into our last box. Let's get you an Ellie, Michael. Let's do it. Putting that last box magic in there for you. We got a Ballpark Bites as our last box loader. This one's going to be a cheeseburger. That's one I haven't seen yet. I've seen tater tots, ice cream, crab mac and cheese. Let's try to get an Ellie auto here. Hopefully it's in one of these packs. Last empty box there. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Let's get some heat to end this off. Got a Salvador Perez relic here, going over to the Kansas City Royals. Another sent card there on the mini. Got a Tyler Soderstrom on the Chrome Mini going over to the Athletics. Got an Erica Thompson, TikTok famous beekeeper, according to the back of the card. Going over to the non-MLB spot on the black mini. All right, that'll do it for the first stack. Let me get these moved on over. Got an Ivan Rodriguez relic here going over to the Detroit Tigers. Nice legend relic there. Really love those X-ray cards. I think they're fun. Would love to see a puzzle variation of them one day, where you could collect the set to like piece them together and form a full skeletal image, or something like that. Or in other breaks we've talked about, it would be cool to see like actual puzzle pieces of a skeleton, like die cut, that you could put together as well. Three packs left in this second stack. And then we hop into the last one. Got a Sonny Gray on the black mini. That one's going over to the Cardinals. Go ahead and crack this box top loaders up real quick. There we go. Get that in focus. Get this stack moved over. We'll hop into our last stack. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. Got a Joey Votto relic here going to the Reds. And Michael. No, that's not an Ellie auto yet. But at least you got a relic coming your way, man. Heck yeah. Glad to hear it. That Rockies relic is a cool one. Like I said, I'm a big Larry Walker fan. I know some people don't necessarily know him as much, but he was huge. The Phillies, and like honestly, this might surprise a lot of people. The Rockies and the Phillies both seem to do really well in this break. I pulled a dual booklet, Larry Walker, Chris Bryant, relic signature. Out of 10. All right, and that's going to do it. Let me get these moved over, get some of these top-loaded cards moved out of the way. We'll hop into our recap. Promise I'll try to be as efficient and speedy with the recap as possible. We got a lot of cards, so bear with me through this recap. Get all of these base top loaded, moved out of the way. All right, here we go into our recap. There we go. Got the Joey Votto relic going over to the Reds. Ivan Rodriguez relic going over to the Tigers. Got the Salvador Perez relic going over to the Kansas City Royals. Got the Oswaldo Peraza relic going over to the Yankees. Yeah, I think Allen and Ginter has been really fire this year so far, Michael. Got an Evan Longoria auto going over to the Diamondbacks. Manny Machado relic going over to the Padres. Got a Mason Wynn rip card, 28 out of 199, going over to the St. Louis Cardinals. Got the Christian Yelich relic going over to the Braves. Got the Zach Geloff auto going over to the Athletics. Got the Mike Piazza, 11 out of 50, going over to the Mets. Got the Zach Geloff relic going over to the Athletics. Got the Ozzie Albies auto going over to the Braves. Got the Royce Lewis relic going over to the Twins. Got the Freddie Peralta relic going over to the Brewers. Got the Larry Walker relic going over to the Rockies. Got the Chase Utley relic going over to the Phillies. Got the Nolan Gorman relic going over to the Cardinals. Got the Nathan Eovaldi auto going over to the Rangers. Got the dual rip card here, 8 out of 50, going over to the Yankees with Juan Soto and Aaron Judge. Got the Francisco Alvarez relic going over to the Mets. Got the Cade Marlowe auto going over to the Mariners. Got the Anthony Rendon relic going over to the Angels. Got the Todd Rodome graphic designer relic going over to the non-MLB spot. Got the Mike Towers relic going over to the non-MLB spot. Got the Andy Petite relic going over to the Yankees. Got the Jordan Wicks relic going over to the Chicago Cubs. Got the David Ortiz Big Papi relic going over to the Red Sox. Got the Cal Riley relic going over to the Mariners. Riley Green relic going over to the Detroit Tigers. Max Scherzer relic going over to the Rangers. Will Smith relic going over to the Dodgers. Ron Santo relic going over to the Cubs. Ronald Acuna Jr. relic going over to the Braves. Jose Altuve relic going over to the Astros. Got the Zach Geloff 46 out of 50 going over to the Athletics. Got the Alec Baum relic going over to the Phillies. Got the nice Cal Ripken Jr. auto going over to the Orioles. And the Luis Arraez relic going over to the Marlins. Then we hop into our two mags here. First, we've got the Metal Mini Juan Soto going over to the Yankees. And the Mike Trout auto, 43 out of 50, coming over to the Angels. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this break. Thank you for hopping on with me, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.